Here we go for the final time in SuperNationals 26. Green, green, green. Whole shot goes to AJ Myers.
And down in turn number 1, here we go as they get to full song. Down into the first corner. Look at the big guy all the way around the outside, but he goes a little too deep. Kremmer's following him, and they're both going to fall back in front of the field. Amelia Denner, he's turned around. Talon Yockel's involved. Dominic Foray's involved. 4 cars out of the first corner, and AJ Myers with the lead.
Just took one driver going around, Mike, and everybody climbed back on top. We'll have a look at the replay when we can. Myers, Gulick, Formal, Vasile, and Rusciti, the top 5.
Big wide run there for Vasile. Nearly lost 4th there, and he's got the pack right behind him. Here comes his fellow countryman, Remo Rusciti. It is a dirty and very cold racetrack. All these drivers were completely taken aback by the lack of grip. They all went wide in turn 1, just like the Pro X30s, except even more so. And now, let's take a look here, Rob and Mike, at that start here, and what happened to Amelia Denner.
As you see, you go down here, AJ Myers again with a whole shot around the outside is Danny Formal. Look at the actually pop. There was Marian Kremers around. There's the push there. Looked like both Ital karts actually get through. Up and over, I want to say, was Yako on top of the 65.
And again, of all the talent in this grid, to have 3 drivers from the Pro Tour up front battling for the win is incredible. Look at Formal. High, low. He's trying to set him up. Myers is going to cover it off down in turn number 1. We've got a fight on our hands. They make contact out of 2.
Remember when we were talking to Formal, he said how hard it was to follow. Right there, a difference in gear shift, a difference in timing. Formal actually into the back of him again right there. Very, very close. All 3 with a blanket over the top.
I just feel like Formal knows he's got good speed and wants to go by. The 3 of these drivers could pull away right now and probably just battle it out amongst themselves for the rest of the race. Myers is already going to cover off the bottom as Formal dialing things in. A 3-time winner here at the SuperNats, a couple in the S1 category, 1 in KZ. Could he become one of the 4-time winners? Here comes Formal around the outside. He is getting big. The Rolls Performance Group driver, not quite there. And right there is the most interested spectator, Jacob Gulick.
We talked about Kremers going over top of potentially part of that crash. Remo Rusciti was the guy that got sandwiched in the middle 3 wide as Denner tried to come back down. Didn't know that they were 3 wide, and he got spun in front of the field.
3-second advantage the top 3 have over 4th place Kremers. However, the full defense and the full fight is going to bring them right back into the game.
And here comes Formal again, trying to keep him pinched down. He's thinking about going over-under. Formal's trying to get by, really putting the pressure on AJ Myers because they have that gap, but this is not what you would expect out of a group up front.
You said a confident AJ Myers is a dangerous AJ Myers. He doesn't look that confident to be defending this hard early. He probably is still waiting on that kart to come in and is not sure if it's going to come in enough where he could run back down Danny Formal by lap 25. So he's trying to hang on.
Xander, fantastic point. We've talked about that all day, Mike. How good is your kart going to be late? Here comes Formal trying to look to the inside. Inches away, maybe a couple centimeters away from the wall on the right side. It's Myers of the Magic, Formal, of course, on the Cosmic, and Gulick on the GFC. Then we've got the Barrel ART of Kremers, and Rusciti in the ITEL kart.
We were talking about in the previous races from AJ Myers when he's been his fastest, he's been able to arc things in, but he's been having to keep things tight, trying to keep Formal back. I think that Magic kart wants to arc in. Formal to the other side, crossover coming. Here comes Formal, he's on the curb. Here comes Gulick. They're going to go stay in line here. Wow, close one for Formal.
They better watch out because you know who's coming from behind there right now. Martin Kremers has closed up to 1.8. He's gained a second right there. There's Kremers. Look how much closer he is. A little more wide open coming into the corner there for Myers, but Kremers is pushing, and Rusciti has a battle here right now with Matteo Vagano.
Vigano getting closer as Formal is going to need to get really creative. He already tried to put the bumper to Myers once. Does he try it anymore here in this one? Myers blows the corner. Danny Formal to the lead out of turn number 2.
There it is right there. You got to put the pressure on to have the mistake come. Here comes Gulick. He'll go to the inside as well. He'll root Myers a little bit. Can he finish it up? No, they're beating on each other. Formal's going to get a big lead here. We saw this already in X30 Senior. Can Formal pull away in the RPG Cosmic?
And Kramer's not going to wait. As soon as he gets there, he's going to attack because he sees Formal in the distance.
Indeed that. Here he comes right there. Good shot to the rear there of Gulick for Kremers. That'll hurt his run out of the corner just a little bit. But behind there, Rusciti, Vagano, Hilpren, Vasile, Musgrave, and Wick rounding out your top 10. Wick up 10 spots to 10th.
Gulick gets rooted out of the way. Kremers trying to close the door. He gets through. Another bump and run. This time Marin gets through to third. Two drivers fighting for their first career SuperNationals victory. Kremers has been the bridesmaid more times than once, and he is tired of it. He wants to get through. He says, I've got no time left to waste. All year long, you got the FIA World Champ, the FIA European Champ, multi-time SuperNats winners here, and the top four are four drivers we've seen all year long. The top five drivers we've seen all year long in the Pro Tour here, running well on the streets at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. As we go down to turn number one, Kremers way back and clear. Marin Kremers gets through for second.
Mike, what do you think? That's the second time he's had trouble. This time Meyer's going to go try to the bottom. He'll cover down. You can see that Kremers ran the low line into the corner. That stacks things up. That's going to bring everybody back in. This feels like a carbon copy of X30 Pro, which allowed Padilla to get away. And another RPG driver, Formal, starting to stretch away 1.4 out.
Marin Kremers is one of the best guys on tire wear when it comes to long run here. Look at this. What a midfield scrap in the middle of that Trefilov. Top 10 starter Luis Speck, Kyle Wick, now up to 8th for Kyle Wick on the black and white GFC.
Wow, what a run for him.
Man, what a run to go forward as the lead stays the same. 2 seconds. Kremers, oh, big contact. Turn one. George, or one of the interim Kart Republics.
Speck, Luis Speck.
And Luis Speck involved.
There's a little further back. And this is what we're seeing here for Kyle Wick. He is now continuing to push. Wick trying to work his way forward. Where is he coming across the line now? He continues to make hay. Wick is pushing hard here now. There's a move to the inside. And AJ Myers getting roughed up now a little bit here. Fighting it out with Gulick. They're side by side. And Gulick's gone around. Gulick has gone around. And look at that damage on the driver fairing. They got a little bit of argy-bargy.
Those guys are leaning on each other all the way from 1 to going into 3, and they didn't give it up. Gulick, up, done, that's it.
That's the fight right there for 3rd and 4th. AJ Myers, Matteo Vagano. Again, that former winner here at the SuperNats on the Charles Leclerc chassis. That is for the fight for 3rd. Again, watching the fight for 5th as well. Remo Ruscitti and Billy Musgrave. There's a move to the inside. Vagano in turn 9. Book it. Myers goes back again. Move Vagano up into 3rd.
As they go side by side out on the front straightaway, Myers powers around the outside of Matteo Vagano, and he gets back the 3rd spot. An awesome scrap here, but again, one driver that should have been in this top 3 fight and is not is Jacob Gulick. Let's take a look at the replay here, Mike. Here we go into turn number 1. Gulick from way back down the inside, even a broken bumper there. You can see the pushback was in, and then they start banging tires.
It was the exact same thing as what had happened before, and here you're going to watch it, tire smoke, boom, 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 and there it is. You're going to lean on each other. Eventually, it's open wheel, man. We're going to hit tires, and that's exactly what happened. But it was the same thing in turn number 1. Exact same thing. 3 times now Myers has been under fire. Move to the inside.
Vagano down the inside. Myers climbs up on the curb. Can't over-under. Matteo Vagano goes to 3rd as Myers continues to fade backwards.
Ruscitti doing everything he can to hold back a charging Kyle Wick. Here comes Wick. He's on him right now here. We'll see the white flag this next time by. Can Wick get the job done and go P5? No, Ruscitti covering down the bottom. Said it's been a huge day for Rollison Performance Group. And watching further back the battle as well, Formal to join the group of 4-time winners. What a fantastic performance it has been. He works his way through the final couple of corners. Down to turn number 9. Count him. 4-time. Danny Formal wins in Pro Shifter. Formal victorious at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. 2nd goes to Kremers, 3rd Vagano, 4th Myers, and Remo Ruscitti able to hold off the challenge from Kyle Wick. Trefilov up 20, Wick up 14. What a run for sure. Vasile 8th, Hiltbrand 9th. Musgrave rounds out the top 10. Ryan Norberg up on the fence. There he is, folks. What a move. The donuts are happening from Danny Formal. He is a 4-time winner of the SuperKarts USA SuperNationals, and he's going to the fence.
Danny Formal is fired up. Let some noise, crowd. He is fired up. Danny Formal in front of the suites is a SuperNats champion again in dominant fashion in Pro Shifter. He had to get his elbows out. There's the congratulations from Davide for a Danny Formal fired up here. And again, what a run.
Xander, it is so hard to win this race. We've talked about the fact we've never had a repeat winner in the pro class, Pro X30, to be able to win this race. How hard you work for Danny Formal. There was the show of emotion, and there's the show of sportsmanship. Al onto the top of the box here. And he knows what goes on with the helmet. That is part of SuperNationals lore. You win the SuperNat, you take home the big cash. You leave your helmet into the collection of SKUSA's Tom Cut. So that'll be a prized possession for Tom, as he has with so many of the champions over the last number of years who have donated that helmet into the collection as part of SuperKart's USA history. How about it? Grip it and rip it, celebration time. The champagne flying, and that caps off our final podium. Guys, what a race it was. Danny Formal becomes four-time champion. Great racing, of course.